Yo, y'all. Alright, so I'm actually going to do my first scathing review of a horror film. Oh, I'm sorry, a quote, horror film that recently came out on DVD that was released in theaters in August. Quick turnaround. Not a good sign. But then again, I guess a lot of movies nowadays have a quick turnaround from theater to DVD, Blu-ray, and all that. But anyway, besides the point. Yeah, this movie had an interesting premise. I'll give it that. It had a cool premise to it that could have been executed so very fucking well and done well. But this movie failed at every level. It was an epic fail. And to say it was an epic fail is even a understatement. So, and this is my opinion, and I would like to hear people who actually like this movie, but, you know, I doubt that's going to be the case. But anyway, yeah, it's, okay, here we go. It's, The Apparition. Alright, so, yeah, this movie here, alright, to say it bluntly, and excuse my language or my profanity here, but it fucking sucks dog's dicks for quarters. This does. Alright, so, with that said, yeah, this movie is, you know, had an interesting premise. You know, it's based on an actual belief within the paranormal psychology world, you know, about how a group of people could form an entity, a ghost, or a presence with their mind, with the concentration of their mind and stuff, which is actually a true belief and a study in the parapsychology world. Alright? This is pretty much what it's about. A guy in his former years in college was part of an experiment, you know, and he was part of a group that did this, and years later, it comes and haunts his girlfriend's house. Alright? So that's about all there is to it. Yeah, this movie fucking sucks. And I'm going to kind of go into it. I'm not, you know, it's pretty much this director, writer-director or whatever. He, all I can really say is this. It's a bunch of scenes from other supernatural films strung together loosely and put together. And one of the biggest scares in the film is not even like a really good scare. It's a fucking... It's a false scare, you know, like the cat jumping out of the closet, except it wasn't a cat jumping out of the closet. It was like a little girl hitting a window or whatever, but, you know, this, it's like the director was like, ooh, yeah, I'm gonna take the coolest scenes from fucking, you know, The Grudge and Dark Waters and, you know, Insidious and The Ring and, you know, and that's what he did. All the concepts in this have been seen from other films. In fact, you can play a drinking game with this movie, or I'm sorry, a trivia game with your friends, and watch it. Be like, oh, that's from Dark Waters, or oh, that's from The Grudge, or oh, that's from Insidious. That's what this movie is right here. Lack of originality, no thought put into it whatsoever. All right, and even you get, you know, the actor who played Draco Malfoy in the Harry Potter series, you know, which was quite cool to see him in a Draco Malfoy role, but he shows up in this as just the expository, you know, to give the exposition, to explain to the audience what's going on. Because obviously the director thought the audience couldn't figure nothing out, you know? It's like all the modern horror films, not all, but a lot of the modern Hollywood horror films have to spoon-feed you the information by exposition. Like, the story and visuals cannot tell you alone. It has to be spoon-fed to you, you know? And he even steals a fucking line from the superior Insidious. I mean, I would not really care, but, I mean, the exact line was this, you know, it's not the house that's haunted, it's you. Yeah, just like Insidious is, it's not the house that's haunted, it's your son. Alright, yeah, a little twist on it was saying it's you instead of your son, but it's still, crap is crap, and I'm going to call it out for what it is. This movie was crap, alright? This is my personal opinion, but I'm sure a lot of true blue horror fans will probably figure the same thing if they give this movie a chance, which unfortunately I kind of did. But funny enough, my friend bought this and watched it and hated it, and he was like, yeah, you can have it or check it out. And so I kind of was like, okay, it's a supernatural flick, I'll check it out. And yeah, he was right. no joke about that. Yeah, all I can say is this movie here, as I hold it disgustingly in my collection, avoid this movie like a pair of lips full of herpes. True story. Yeah, not that I have contact with that. But you know what I'm saying. You want to avoid this movie. It sucks. You've been warned. You've been warned, people. So if you check it out, if you like it, that's cool. I'm not going to, hate or judge. But dog dicks and quarters and lips full of herpes right here. All right. No originality. This movie blows. All right. That's all I got to say. I would go into more depth, but there is none. All right. So that's it. Peace out, y'all. Bye.